you're feeling refueled and recaffeinated. We're going to make a start as folks make their way down, just to kind of get us on schedule, because we do want to make sure we're wrapped in time for our special guest, Harry Redknapp, later. So I'm going to try and make sure our times go to schedule as advertised. And you'll see, just while everyone takes their seats, we have a QR code up on the screen. And that is the feedback form that I mentioned this morning. And as all of you will know from trying to gather feedback from users and clients and customers, this is a really important moment in the day always for Integrity 360 to ask for your feedback, how to iterate and evolve this conference year on year. So please do just take some time between now and 5:30 to do that. And as I mentioned earlier, for every form submitted, there is a donation going to a charity, and that's the Prostate Cancer UK charity. And I think it's £10 sterling per form that is submitted this afternoon. So we'd love to see our numbers get up on that. So that's one thing everyone could be just getting ready on your phones. Just a reminder for maybe anyone who joined us mid-morning, wasn't here at the start. This is a CPD registered event, so you are able to get points towards that today. Just make sure you scanned in this morning, scan out this evening when you go to the quick drinks reception by finding somebody on the marketing team with Integrity 360. I mentioned also the prize draw, so you can get yourself into the prize draw by just making sure in any remaining breaks today, get yourself up to the Integrity 360 team upstairs where all the vendors are laid out. Those of you who do visit, get entered. It's a restaurant voucher, I imagine it'll be a pretty nice restaurant, and we will draw for that raffle this evening, but you have to be in the room when we pull names out, otherwise I suspect we will go and draw again. And just last reminder is we are encouraging you to do LinkedIn posts. You can see your hashtag there, Security First 2025. So we've lots to get through. Hopefully you are feeling you've had an energy transfusion now and you're not about to slip into food coma on me. And we will get you nicely teed up for Harry Redknapp, former England manager, at around 4:30. So switching gears a little bit, you've had keynotes, you've had panels, you've had deep dives. What we're going to do next now is a case study that hopefully all of you will get lots of good learnings out of. And this case study is with Barchester, and I'm going to ask, as I'm telling you all about this next session, if James Witts can come up on stage, Head of Info Security with Barchester, Russ Madley, Account Director with Integrity 360, and Ellis Reed, Solutions Architect with Integrity 360, and you make your way up on stage. And this case study, yeah, go on, give them a round. We're going to take a look at how Barchester, as a case study, strengthened cyber resilience, and hopefully all of you can learn about it. We've had lots of talks this morning about how to stay ahead, be proactive. I think what we're going to see now is just a living, great example of that when it comes to best practices. So take it away. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So welcome to the stage, Ellis Reed, Stage Solutions Architect for Integrity 360. Myself, Ross Madley, one of the account directors. And we've got James, who's going to introduce himself and a little bit about Barchester Healthcare. And
I'm all ready to take the stage. James Witts, Barchester Healthcare. Probably haven't heard of us, hopefully. 260 odd homes, care homes of different styles, half a dozen specialist hospitals which you don't want to go into. They are secure hospitals. 20,000 staff and 15,000 residents, so a bit of a challenge when I took it on. Perfect. A bit of a background.
Good, so thanks, James. So I guess kind of you joined Barchester, I think it's 18 months ago, 2 years ago. What were the main security challenges and I guess the drivers kind of behind, I guess what you need to do, what needs to be in place?
Just didn't know what I had. When I started, I was interviewed and told we have no cloud, no collaboration tools. Everyone was based in Inverness from an IT viewpoint, which is where all our IT staff are. Everything was central. And security was there, but wasn't as such. It was just pure, I just had to sit back and just take a depth of what was there and just get a handle on it. And from that, I then took the challenge.
Yeah, that's great. So I guess Part of it from our side is obviously understanding those challenges. It's always very different for every customer. A lot of the time it pivots around three sorts of things, people, process and technology. Sometimes it's all three of those things. Obviously, Barchester has gone on quite an amazing digital transformation, to say the least, in also a very short space of time. So it's very interesting to say, how do you start on that journey? Where do you actually sort of put your stake down and go, right, well, this is where we need to start? What was that for Barchester?
Well, two things. I was told point blank, don't break anything and don't block the business from success. So they were the number two things I had to do. I could not block the business and I couldn't break the business. So no outages was the challenge. The other thing was just to understand the environment. Normally, it's about keeping the business afloat, keeping it alive, making sure you don't get breached, etc. All the normal standard stuff, making sure you don't get hacked. In our case, it's not. It's about the data, but it's actually about the care of residents. And that was the key thing. The CFO made it point blank clear. He doesn't care about finance systems. He doesn't care about payroll systems. Care of the residents was key. If we have anything that affects the care of residents, that is more damaging for the business than anything else. Payroll wasn't worried about. I can automatically do that. Not a problem. Money coming in is not an issue. It was purely about care of residents. If that gets in the press or anything goes wrong, we have a problem. And that was the key thing. So it was just about getting that understanding. What would impact the care of the residents? Because that was the issue. And we had lots of challenges. And how we will get around that, how we manage it. And as indicated, we are running, when I joined, we had signed up to 6 major transformation projects. So when I joined, we were all paper, everything was paper within the care home. Literally everything, all the care records, all the medication notes, all care record. Now we're going to flip that to complete training and complete digital transformation, everything that goes with it. But the support from the business was really good. So I've talked forever. But the just getting digital training done, so every member of staff, that's about 20,000 staff, getting them all trained on a yearly basis to meet our regulatory requirements was a big challenge. But the CFO just said, type the numbers in, give them an hour's overtime each. Simple, easy response, easily dealt with. So it's having that support, but just gauging that when you get there into a new business, how much support do I get? What are my challenges? How am I going to get the ammunition to meet them? And it was there.
Yeah. So you talk a lot around digital transformation, and things, what it meant to Barchester, moving literally from pen and paper into a digital area, let's say, and it can be quite foreign to a lot of people, right, in terms of getting them on board, getting momentum going. So where did you start? Like, where were the key sort of aspects that you needed to start on in that cybersecurity journey? Like, what was sort of number one priority? Obviously, we spoke about make sure nothing's raised, everything works, it's a good place to be. Obviously, patient care is priority number one as well. Resident care is number one. So how do you start that journey, going into that digital world?
Well, it was more of an issue than anything else in the journey was the IT staff had been siloed in Inverness. Previous management structure, which I was brought in with a new management team, had kept them siloed, had allowed them out of Inverness literally. So everything was old traditional castle remote approach. Even when I got my laptop, had to join the VPN to get out the internet, script emails for anything, just ancient. So the biggest challenge was turning those IT staff and helping those IT staff understand the problems. And that was the biggest problem. They hadn't seen. So I showed them a couple of tools, and it was like, they were kids in the candy store sort of thing. They were absolutely like, we can do this, we can. But then also looking at what they've got and actually helping them understand it. But I didn't have a team. I was told I could hire a team, which wasn't an issue, but hiring a team is fine. We've got to find something to do. And it's just working out the challenges. And my big thing here was, give credit to you, Alice, was just go and say, here's the problems, here's what I've got. Can we actually just start breaking this down so we can actually hit some low-hanging fruit, But the key thing there was to make sure we brought the business with us and the IT staff. All IT security tools, as far as I'm concerned, just give problems to operations. Coming from an operations background, IT security normally, as a rule, gives problems to operations. They've got to fix it. So it's making sure we chose the right tools that we could slide in without breaking the business across 260 odd locations across the country with no staff in a way that was seamless, that impacted, provide quick impact and manage things. So that was where we're going. Relative was partly down to yourself.
Yeah, look, I think it's one of those. The challenge, I think, a lot of the time comes down to, I guess from a cybersecurity sort of partner's perspective, looking at how much investment you get from the customer in terms of, are we just dealing with, some of the IT security team, or just the whole business sort of come to the table to have a discussion. And, Barchester is a really good example from my perspective of, you made it very easy for everybody from sort of the execs all the way down to the analysts and the guys working sort of the tools on a day-to-day basis. Everybody's involved in that process. Right? Everybody understands the responsibilities that they have. They understand, and it's an education piece, right?
Yep.
And that's a big part of it, is going into that digital transformation, is the education that needs to go from board down, because they are investing in that journey as much as anyone else. So, and it was great from a relationship perspective, and everybody's willing as well, right? And that's half the battle, is trying to, I guess, for yourself to sell it internally, to go, we need to go on this journey, this is why it's important, and people are moving, or we'll get left behind sort of things.
Yeah, and to give, I will play the integrity banner for a bit. The previous incumbent, we had external consultants come in, we had 2 reviews done. Everyone had come back saying, we need to go to cloud. No one told us how to get there. They just said, we need to be in the cloud, we need to be in Office 365. We weren't Office 365, still not in Office 365 fully. But everything was about getting to cloud. So wonderful consultants from very reputable places said, you need to be there, write nice papers. One of them, the lowest hanging fruit, was our root certificate server. Forget password management, forget privileged access control. Everything else was wrong. It's like, no one's actually sit there and just sitting there and going through what was there. And that was what we needed to do. We just needed to sit there. And then we just explained to the business. I walked through the business and just said, we've got a site that's not 260 homes. You've got another 2,000 devices sitting out there, all VPN-ed. That's like 3,000 devices, 3,000 homes that are connected. One home will take a lot down. It became very easy as soon as we made it in a pictorial view, and they just brought into it. But the other key thing was not selling. Just let the story tell itself, which was really good with the exec. They just accepted it. We didn't need to sell anything. The BBC does that for me, Frank. It makes it very easy. And it was just about, just let the story tell itself. Go and say, this is what the problem is, this is where we're going, and this is what's going to happen, does it? And they were just happy to accept it, and yes, they challenged the rigor and everything, but it was not being sold to. And Integrity were lucky. Our previous incumbents did have the chance to do it, but they wanted to sell. We weren't ready for this and selling. We had a set agenda. We have 6 projects we need to run out. How do we do it in a secure manner? Don't want to know about cloud. Not part of it. We need to do this to get here. That's what we were mandated by the government to do. It's what our regulatory requirements to do, what we had to do. So it was good.
Good. James, as you mentioned about the visibility, so obviously clearly there's lots of tools out there, which obviously some of them you purchased, which is great, so thanks for that. So you mentioned about the small team, also kind of recruiting people as well. So I noticed you had the tools come in, obviously needed to have some help out with regards to the operational side of that as well. So it'd be good to just kind of run through the reasons why you decided to go for the managed service background, operational.
Coming from managed service backgrounds, I know where the money comes from, I know how it works. But I wanted it something slightly different, and thankfully you obliged. I wanted to put managed service wrapper in, but I wanted to be able to take it away again. So I wanted the managed service team to support the internal team in Inverness that didn't feel like they were losing their jobs. I wanted them to support it, bring in, so they, effectively the way we've got it working is managed service teams provide a set of work stream that needs to be provided and given to the internal team then have actions, know what they need to do, they report on it, we set a matrix up, so Nathan, our account manager, has to provide a report each month that helps them, shows the good work. Yes, it will show bad work, but it's agreed, the goals are agreed, everyone needs to know what they need to do. It's just a way of trying to bring it in so it doesn't alienate staff. But that support staff provided us the ability to quickly turn around and actually deliver with the incumbent team in Inverness, so they didn't feel alienated. They were able to use the tools quickly, able to get running and provide quick benefit. And the step one up from that is getting that MSP piece to deliver reports back to the exec, so it's an independent report. It's not me selling it, it's integrity of the team, providing how good we're doing or how bad we're doing in an independent way. But also, it just allows me to get on with my day job. I don't want to have to write reports, I don't want to have to give board reports, etc. Try and avoid it. So I just effectively regurgitate, just go and say, here you are, here's the report, this is where we are, this is what we're doing. It makes my life so much easier. And just loading stuff back to the MSP and say, I need this, can you add it in? And having that flexibility, it's not in contract. No, I don't care about contracts. I want this. Yeah. If you want a contract, I have every part of the contract, but I just need this. Make it happen. So it was good.
Good. You mentioned obviously quick wins as well, so I remember you had a call from you, I think it was about 8 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. I think there was an incident or potential incident around care homes and some cars, etc. So if you could talk us through that, that would be interesting for the audience.
Yeah, at Christmas we give out bonuses, well, not bonuses, actually we give out vouchers to all the staff. So best part, close to £500,000 worth of vouchers go out to all the staff for different things and different values. For some reason, some of the vouchers have been used. And it's all done through a third party, but on top of that, within 5 days of that, we also had phone calls hitting a couple of homes trying to do effectively social engineering. So it was just a case of, okay, dealing with one problem, the problem we have here, can we get the incident response team just to stand up? I don't think there is a problem, I don't think they're related, but let's play safe. Can you quickly enable this? And within 24 hours, we were able to confirm what it wasn't anything to do with that, and we were clear on that front, while we actually worked out what was going on with our third party. And yet, we had to teach them that if you see account changes and it's coming from different parts of the world and different other external IP addresses, you might want to think about it. But they did after I pointed it out, but we got to the bottom of it. So no, it was good, and it was a good exercise and a good test to actually show it's worked, and no one noticed. Well, the CFO knew, but no one actually noticed the work was being done, which was brilliant.
Perfect security.
Yeah. How have you seen, in terms of, obviously, you made these investments, you're going on that digital transformation, so in your view, like, in terms of the state of Barchester at the moment, have there been advantages of doing that in terms of what has this journey provided Barchester that it didn't have before, from whether it's a people, process or technology aspect?
Oh, visibility is the key thing to where the problems lie, which is double-edged sword, because now we've got more work to do, and the team have got more work to do. But it has also, it's the good things. It's highlighting BCP very much, is highlighting BCP requirements, and it's also highlighting other things. So where we've started rolling out transforming things, putting new security controls in, I was doing one of our quality conferences this week, and I told them all they were going to lose their VPN, and they all went white and complained. It's like, no, you're losing it. It means you just open your laptop and it will work. And it's like different story. It's just like, when speaking to the fewer people who have been around, it's like, don't take it away. I want it. Keep it. You're not losing it. No, it's there. You're keeping it. That's how you'll be able to work from now on. You'll just be able to open your laptop and it will work. Don't worry about anything else. Anything you need, just give us a shout. That changing things, quick technology, giving them quick response, enabled them to work smarter, but also just know what the home's doing. As I told you, the IoT devices, we moved them. We've been told by third parties that they're all where they're going to. We moved them on school network, and lo and behold, they're talking about China. Well, That wasn't on your list of designated sites. But giving that visibility and then telling them, and going back to the GM at the home and saying, do you know you've got these communications going back to Russia and China? And it's like, well, no. I said, well, it's not an issue we've got with them, but if anyone complains, let me know. And it was just, they were so excited that things were changing. And the BCP courses we did this week at conference, it was, yeah, they got my sparkly jacket and my sparkly bow tie, but yeah, they enjoyed it and they had fun, and they're actually pleased to see the changes. Even your collaboration, the comments around lycra and cycling, just that interaction from you. For those who are aware, we also run Charity Foundation, and part of the way we try and get all our vendors, we sort of want them to be part of it. And Matt can or cannot play golf. I'm not too sure, I wasn't there, the team. Us can or cannot get away with wearing lycra. But it's that sort of interaction, bringing those vendors, making a partnership, and that's been key.
I think that helps us understand also, working relationships is very important. Okay, yes, technology drives, processes drive, services drive, but at the end of the day, it's also a people business, right? In terms of that, understanding one another helps, understanding Barchester more, getting involved in the day-to-day tasks. When we bring those visibility pieces to the table, it's like you're then able to make educated decisions around security remediations when you've got the visibility in place, right? And that really helps, is that whilst if you don't get the visibility, and sometimes it's a bit like just playing whack-a-mole, problems popped up, let's whack it down, another problem's popped over there, let's whack it down there. It really it's almost counterproductive. Part of visibility is helping you guys get ahead of the game to a degree, also getting visibility on stuff that's been going on and maybe going on for some time, and being able to get control of it, but also being able to quickly remediate and heal on that. So,
and prioritise.
We
prioritise on this one. I'm forgetting about those time. We just need to do this bit first. So yeah, it has been, the visibility we've got from the tools is great, and it's now driving more into the business. But making a partnership, bringing that together, and we are a commercial organisation. We need to make money, otherwise we don't build more homes. We're trying to turn a year, so there's no two ways about that. And I use Ellis as my security solutions architect. Commercially, it's more sensible for me. But so it is a commercial relationship, but it is a partnership.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has to work.
Absolutely. So in terms of, I guess, talking about partnerships, I guess it's always a question when we turn this on ourselves in a sense, is what could we be doing to support Barchester more? What does that partnership look like from Barchester's perspective?
You're doing everything you can. It is just keep being flexible, because we will be wanting more and more, and it's just being flexible. I don't want to see the contract come out.
That's key to you as well, aren't they? I guess kind of making sure, you're managing up and making sure the execs have got kind of dashboard and it's all green and
I don't mind if it's red, to be honest. That's good if it's red. That means they might find it to be.
Sometimes you always worry if it's all green, you're like, what have I missed? Because it has to make it you don't always get to, right?
Yeah, no, it has to have a negative on it. And whether it's the internal team I'm working on, whether we miss something in SLAs, whatever it is, it has to be honest. And the reports that the guys send from the soccer net go straight to the exec. I don't filter them, it is what it is. Simple as that. If I don't trust my own team and I don't trust the partnership, we haven't got a business. I haven't got that relationship, and it needs to be like that, it needs to be kept like that.
Perfect. Cool. Last question, any lessons learned? Anything you can't give to the audience, I guess, on things we could have done better, what you could have done better, all of us as a partnership?
Just trust your gut. Go with it. My boss says 3 simple things. Do I trust you? Do I like you? Can I work with you? And if you did answer those 3 yes, then go with it. And
you still got the
trust. So do we. Yeah, and every vendor will tell you they can solve the problem. But you've got to make sure they work together, and having one person to blame or
single success
is key to that, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate it, James. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
partnership and collaboration